like have any reaction to it. He doesn't, like, he knows who she is, but he feels nothing because he's been reforged so many times that he's lost that part of himself. And so you follow the story from his perspective until he gets reforged to the point where you switch to other character perspective, because he's like, he literally just turns into like a robot that's obsessed with trying to catch this villain. And the way the story ends is the story ends with he does catch up with this villain, but because he's been so worn down by all his reforgings and he's not really human anymore, he makes a blunder and ends up getting killed. But instead of like his soul escaping, because he was by himself, because he was obsessed and willing to throw away everything else to go after this guy, he was alone. And because he was alone, his soul gets captured by the Tzeentchian. The Tzeentchian traps the lightning inside of a crystal thing. And that's how it ends. Like, it literally ends with the Tzeentchian wizard winning and basically trapping this guy's soul so that he can, like, experiment on him and stuff. But it's a very, very sad short story. It's a huge bummer. My dear Helk, remember when you said, Isbor, don't you go robbing folk, the gods don't like it, and besides only refugees on the road these days and they're even poorer than us? How you were cross that I shirked working in the fields and didn't bring a scrap home to put in the pot? Well, you are going to have to eat those words, my dear. Gobble them all up with a hearty slice of humble pie and some baked crow on the side. Yesterday we cornered this merchant, not a Gorsvelen or Brenna man, but from Nilfgaard itself, you see, from the city of Golden Towers. Don't speak much common, but enough so as we could understand each other. He said he was carrying some goods to the Black One's camp. We took everything he had, and I'm telling you, Help, dearest, you've never seen so many crowns in your life, nor could you ever hope to count that high. Now we're going to rough him up a bit more to make sure he hasn't hid some of his gold or goods. Once we cut off his thumbs, he'll spill the beans about any extra treats stashed in the sole of his boots, and once Mirko scolds him a bit, he'll tell us about the precious stones he's got soon in the feed bag. Might tell us a great many things, such things of interest. In fact, you never know what until you try. Tell the youngins Dad's gonna be home soon, that he'll bring them toys and treats, and they'll eat so many honey cakes their tummies will burst. For you, Helg, I'll bring a silver necklace and brooch, because while you can be awful cruel at times, I still love you, you naughty bent. Isbor, throw on that nightshirt with the lace and red beads for my arrival and collar up your kisser somewhat. I don't feel bad for saving this man, but I do feel a little bad for killing a family man, even though he turned to horrible bullshit and banditry. Made some bad decisions. Are we gonna talk? Come out.
Look from this store by the bridge across the pond.
Ah, there we go.
Got goods for the army mostly. I'll make an exception for you.
You're welcome.
You'll regret your mom ever squirted you out.
Ew. That is the most disgusting. Ugh.
Go for the horse sons eyes.
Sorry, what? I didn't. Oh, okay. Alright. Y'all got any loot? Crime is crime. Alright, calm down there.
Blow yourself.
Calm down there, John Valjean. Wow. Dude, the bandits were like... Look at this, the bandits were like 5 feet away from this Redanian camp. Ow. The bandits are like right there. What the hell? My immersion. Oh, man. Do I think Malekith's new form will make it harder for him to paint his miniatures? What? Oh. No, actually, I think Malekith's new form would make it much easier for Malekith to paint his minis. Because he's not going to be, like, just a armored colossus of an elf anymore. He'll actually be able to, like, form himself. I mean, he can shapeshift now, so, you know, I think he makes do. Oh, this place looks like it's just delightful. If I had to live anywhere as a random civilian in fantasy, where would I choose? I would probably live in... I'd probably live in either Estalia or Talea. Those seem like the nicest places. That have, like... I'd probably choose Estalia over Talea. Or if I was in Talea, I would be vaguely... I would want to be, like, halfway between the capital city of Merigliano and Sartosa, because I would not want to be near Skaven Light. Does Malekith hate the snow? Yes. I mean, Malekith just kind of hates everything, but that's snow included. Oh, why does he hate snow? Probably because he's tired of looking at it. Would Ulthuan be a most... Yeah, Ulthuan would be pretty safe, too. Yeah. Yeah, actually, yeah, when you put it that way, maybe I'd want to live in Ulthuan. Ulthuan would not be bad. Was Nagash weak? No. No. Arrogant? Yes. Weak? No. Oh, this place is like swarming with bugs? Oh, great. How delightful.
How you like that silver?
And that Quinn is working overtime. Ooh, crow's eye. Hello. Excuse me for a moment. I want a big potion. Let's see. Which one do we want? We're not in cloudy weather. I don't think it's dawn or dusk. We're gonna be in combat. Let's do Griffin. Griffin decoction is solid. I really like the Indriga design, the warriors. Like, they're really cool looking beasties. I hope they add Nagash in Game 3. I would be genuinely shocked if we do not get Nagash. I would say that it is very likely we'll get Nagash, but he's probably going to be one of the last things the game has. I genuinely think Nagash will probably be, like, one of the last additions to the game. I would not expect him to be, like, the first DLC or anything like that. I could hate the door frame slightly less. He's just in, like, one of his moods and wants to go on, like, trying to do an epic walk, and his horns just keep slamming into doors. That's how Ulthuan really needs to defeat Malekith. Just build every single house and corridor and just everything so that it's too narrow for Malekith to fit his hat through. Book is burned, only a few pages still intact. This looks like gibberish. I cannot read this. But it's to someone named Yvis. Adalbert Cursmith's first map. Magneto would wreck Malekith? Well, I think it would depend. Would Malekith's magic be able to like provide a counter to Magneto's abilities? Like, would it count as magic in the sense of him being able to dispel it or use his magic to like prevent the field of magnetic?
Bastard.
Harpies? Oh, there's all sorts of species here. Okay, let's switch to... No, not beast, not cursed. Hybrid. Because come on, guys, let's be real. Everybody knows magnets are magic. How else, you know, how do they even work? It's obviously magic. Come on. Malekith's a strong wizard. He would just cast Dispel Magnet. It's a strong spell. Very, very famous spell. No more monster nest. Yeah, I always find cross-universe battles to be very difficult. And frankly, vaguely stupid. Because it's like, you have to do so much mental legwork to figure out, like, okay, what happens... Oh, we got it. We got the last diagram. Like, what happens when we, like, you have to figure out how, like, the laws of the physics of these worlds interact, which just takes a lot. Lore fact about Bretonnian Knights. I mean, probably one of the most interesting lore facts people may not necessarily know is that questing knights actually have really specific laws or rules that they have to follow on their quest for the Grail. And one of them that is the reason they're called questing knights is because they're always supposed to be seeking out the Grail to the extent they cannot sleep under the same roof or in the same place more than one night. So as part of the quest for a questing knight, you always have to be on the move. You're not allowed to like set up shop in a city or something or live at your house. You literally have to give up everything you own. So it'll often be handed to like a family member or or something else, like an advisor or someone to your kid or your parent or a steward, and then you go off on the quest. So you're not allowed to have any wealth. You're not allowed to have anything, take anything with you from your former life other than like your weapons and armor. And you go on a quest, and you're not allowed to stay in the same place twice, which is brutal. Allstick's letter. May the gods smile on you and me, sis. Now I'm asking you to read. I'm asking you to read this careful, for what I've got to say is important. As soon as you set hands on this writing, gallop off to that fence, Kramer. What's based in Maribor. Tell him. Oh, a fence. Kramer, what's based in Maribor. Tell him we've got some first-class gear and Witcher sword diagrams to sell. I can see you now scratching your head, or most likely yours, thinking, did I hear that right? You sure did. 'Twas my luck to come to care for a Witcher what got one foot in the grave and the other hovering right above. I was sat there looking at the poor man suffer in agony and thought to myself, he don't need this kit and these papers where he's going, while for us, that's the fixings we need to get us started in the world of business. We sell them for the right price, that is. I hear you fretting, so stop. I didn't take everything. In fact, nobody will even realize aught of his shit's missing. Sad though, ain't it? This Witcher's a good man. First he helped the Baronet solve the riddle of the lighthouse, what was sending ships into the rocks, then he killed that dragon, ate all the peasants. Problem is, the dragon's no easy pickings, and our valiant hero got quite the licking taking it out. He's done for, that's certain. So as soon as they bury him in the tomb on Crookback Hills, I'll head straight to your place. Come to think of it, I'm curious how they'll put him in that crypt and all. For word is a vampires made it his lair. Yes, I also lifted a few flasks off the Witcher, but since they're not to survive the journey, I'll reckon I sampled them myself. See how the Witcher hooch goes down. Maybe we'll make business out of that too. Damn idiot. He literally poisoned himself to death. George's confession?
Looks like rain.
Witcher George's confession. I, the undersigned George of Kagan, a Witcher by trade, testify as follows. While traveling through Velen, I received a summons to provide professional testimony in the matter of the accused Bertoslav of Lovefield. This Bertoslav stands accused of causing several shipwrecks near the lighthouse, which is his duty to keep. Ships led astray by errant signals from his lighthouse have repeatedly smashed against rocks near the shore, and the lighthouse keeper is held to be responsible for the state of this affairs. During the trial, Bartoslav testified that he was diligent in the fulfillment of his duties, and that the accidents were caused by night wraiths deceiving sailors with their false bow. Oh, pizza's here. Pizza time! One sec, chat. Un momento. Chloe! Chloe, what is it? Alrighty. I have returned. Oh. Pizza's here. I'll make sure to, I'm gonna send you all a slice. It'll be arriving telepathically via the Slon network. So just think really, really hard about it, and it should arrive in, you know. I'm sure y'all get Slon mail all the time. Joke's on you. I also have pizza. See, Dougal did it right. Dougal got his geomantic web pizza. You destroyed the geo web? Ooh, sorry, Corn Gob. I guess that means no pizza for you. Gotta live with your consequences. All right, let's see. So during the trial, Bartoslav testified he was diligent in the fulfillment of his duties, that the accidents were caused by night wraiths deceiving sailors with their false glow. Having investigated the area, I could testify that I found no trace of night wraith activity. There are likewise no signs of noon wraiths, mamoons, ear-nifs, or any other specters in the habit of misleading weary travelers journeying by foot, sea, or horse. I did, however, find the catastrophe's true cause. They were not the fault of the night wraiths blamed by the accused, but neither were they the fault of the lighthouse keeper himself. The accidents were caused by local hooligans who have taken to lighting fires on the hill at night and then robbing the ships that subsequently wreck upon the shore. I was put on their trail by Bartoslav's son, who showed me the ashes from their misleading fires. My testimony shows that the lighthouse keeper Bartoslav of Lovefield is not guilty of the crimes of which he stands accused and should be freed. I also humbly ask for the bailiff to put the lighthouse keeper and his family under his protection, for in the light of the revelations Bartoslav's son led me to discover there will surely be certain parties with cause for vengeance. I cannot undertake the task of protecting the family myself, for I have accepted a contract to kill a dragon said to be lurking atop Crookback Hills. So must return there post-haste to kill the beast and complete my task. They never made it. Man, why didn't he... I wonder why he didn't send it. Oh, this... Looks like there's no other way in. Whole section. Maybe someone has thought of this. What is the chance that Malal was almost destroyed by the 4 dark gods in an act to save himself, put all the power he had into a new Morgan, which is now Morgar? That doesn't really line up, because the thing about Malal is, well, A, Morgar is a super duper duper old character. So, turns out there is not any loot on the outside wall. That is, we can say that for certain. Everything about that was intentional. Why is it playing, like, fight music? Okay. Okay, good. Thankfully, it saved right here. There is death, though. I mean, if you try hard enough, I think you can find death just about everywhere. Hold on. What is my... left control. I'm hitting left control, and yet it's not toggling walk or run. It's just whatever. Whatever, I don't even care anymore. Can't be bothered. Alright. Got her. Oh, I guess it was because I was inside? That was weird. Alright, yeah, no, I do not think Morgar and Malal are related. Because the whole thing about Malal is that Malal's MO, so to speak, is that he's the god of atheism, right? He's the god of non-belief, the chaos god that is the antithetical to chaos. Morgar does not fit that bill. Morgar is the most chaos besides the dark gods themselves. To the point that he's almost like a hyper-specific focus aspect of chaos relating to the beastmen, as opposed to a god that is among their number but stands opposite them. My work friend is genuinely upset about the Soul Grinders being in Warhammer 3. Well, I mean, to be fair, Soul Grinders were in Warhammer Fantasy, 8th edition. And also, if he doesn't like them, don't use them. It's that simple. If you don't like them, alright, don't use them. There are lots of things in the game I don't like, and I just don't use them. But some people may really want to play with the Soul Grinders. How sentient are people whose souls are captured? Does it depend on race and personality? Actually, it tends to depend more on how they died. If their body was like, or soul was like prepared in any fashion to have sentience, you know, beyond death. There's a lot of things that go into determining what happens to you, or what your soul's state will be, your condition after you die. And the biggest thing pretty much revolves around what are the conditions of your body and soul? How did you die? What were you in? Were you in distress? When you were resurrected, what were the particulars about your resurrection into a spirit, or to be utilized as a resource, or yada 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 yada. All right, so let's go find. Where's the best swordsmith I found? I don't know a great swordsmith. I don't think. Where are all the good swordsmiths, chat? Are they in this big city up here? Is that where the good swordsmiths are? Oxenfurt has one? Where's Oxenfurt? That's this city, right? Thank you.
Maybe it's true what they say. The witches prepare a deluge.
Your kind spreads disease, defeatism, and desertion.
All right.
Turned all the easy to find witches already. I could use it.
Ah! Out of my way. People just standing around. Nice. Oh.
Oh, the wild wolf.
Now there's just random. What? Ooh. Wait, where is the actual blacksmith? There he is. Oh wait, no, that's an armorer. I need a weaponsmith. I don't think I've met the weaponsmith yet. Here, let's pay this guy a visit real quick.
Best ways this side of the pond. Greetings again. So, you got a job for me? An interesting one.
From the western gate, take the... Oh, okay, cool.
You're in luck. Oh, that's fantastic.
Can he upgrade my stuff? How do I... Oh, this guy's... Oh, wait, no, this guy's a journeyman. That's the same as what we already got. Okay, well, I can sell him stuff. Anything of interest?
So long.
Okay. You need to find the next level diagram. Okay.